Write this exact line inside your main method. Today we are going to learn variables and data types. In the last video we have printed fixed messages. This variable is nothing but a storage box. In these small boxes you can actually store information which will be useful to you. Imagine opening Instagram and everyone's username displays as hello world. Or opening your bank account, no matter the number of transactions are, the bank balance always shows 1000. These applications are completely useless, right? In the last video, every output we printed was fixed. Every time we ran the program, the output was always the same. But real-world applications don't work that way, right? Hi, this is Veera, currently working as a software engineer at Google as an external workforce. Welcome to VeeraBuilds. Today, we are going to learn variables and data types. And by the end of today's video, you will get to understand how Java stores different kinds of information like numbers, text, and true or false values, which allows your programs to store and work with information that changes. Let's get started. In the last video, we have printed fixed messages like hello world. But what if I ask you to print my name? You can just simply open your code and write this line system.out.print hello Veera, right? As simple as that. But what if the other day if I ask you to print your name instead of mine? You can just simply open your code and write hello Ram instead of hello Veera if your name is Ram, right? But what if the other day if I ask you to print your friend's name instead of this Ram? Now again you have to open your VS Code. Again you have to edit your code to hello Krishna instead of hello Ram. Now, is the same procedure can we follow for all the names? No, right? This way doesn't sound practical, is it? So instead of changing your code for every single value, what if Java provides a place where you can actually store some information and use that information whenever you need it? That would be awesome, right? And that place is actually called as a variable. Remember, this variable is nothing but a storage box. In this box, we can actually store information and use it whenever we need it. Now imagine this is your computer's memory. And the small boxes are called the storage boxes, which we now call them as variables. In these small boxes, you can actually store information which will be useful to you, right? But remember, these all variable names must be unique, means no two variables names must be the same. Now these variables can store different types of information like age, name, salary, results, and many more. If you are considering about your age, it will be simply a number, right? And your name is simply text. And your salary can be a number, but remember, your age may not be in decimals, but your salary can be in decimals, right? And your results, if you have pass, your result will be true. If you not, your result will be false. So these all types of information can be stored inside a variable. Now let me ask you a question. Our single storage box, which means our single variable, can be able to hold all these types of data together? Absolutely not. Why? Because our single variable can only hold a single type of data. Whether it can be a number or a text or a decimal number or a true or false, a single variable can only hold a single type of data. Got it? It will make much more sense once we actually write some code. Let's jump straight into VS Code. Let's write our very first variable. Write this exact line inside your main method, int age equals to 22 semicolon. Now let's try to understand each word in depth. Now whenever we write int, we are letting the Java know that we are about to create a variable which is capable of storing an integer. Here integer is nothing but a whole number. So Java will get ready with a storage box, which is nothing but a variable box, right? And then this age is nothing but the name of this storage box, which is nothing but the name of the variable. And then this equals to is nothing but the assignment operator. This assignment operator will takes the value, whatever the value that we have provided on the right hand side, and it will keep that value inside this variable box. Now 22 will go inside this box. Got it? And then this semicolon. As we already know, this semicolon is just like a full stop in English. Means end of the statement. This is how exactly a variable will be created in Java. One more important thing is you can name this variable whatever you want to. I name it as age, right? You can name it as my age, student age, my friend age, whatever the name you want to. But there are few rules what we have to follow when we are creating a variable name. I will let you know very soon. Now let's try to add one more statement to our code, which is system.out.println age. Wait, can you predict the output? If yes, just let me know. If I click on this run button, will the output will be age as a text or 22 as a number? Let's find out. I am clicking on this run button and the output is 22. Why? Because if I have mentioned this age inside the double quotes, it will be considered as a text. Then the text will be printed. That's not the case here. I have directly given the age, which is the variable name. Now Java will look for the variable whose name is age. Now inside this age variable, what is the value? The value is 22. Now the 22 will be printed. This is how printing a variable is. I just have a small challenge for you. I wanted to add one more line, which is age equals to 25, semicolon. I want you to predict the output, whether the output will be 22 or 25. Before running this program, let's try to figure it out. Now let's try to understand the mechanism of these three statements. Coming to the first one. As we already discussed earlier, this int age equals to 22 is a statement which lets the Java knows that we need a variable of integer which is capable of storing an integer, and then the name of the variable is age and the value assigned to is 22. So 22 will be inserted into that variable. Now the second line. Now the second line says age equals to 25. This is nothing but modifying the value. Now this age, which is a variable which holds the value of 22, will be modified with 25. Remember a point, you should not be using int again here. If you use that, it will be an error. Why? Because every variable must be initialized only once. Okay, it should not be reinitialized. If you reinitialize it, it will be an error. So now the age equals to 25. It will be updated here. And we already know the third statement, which is system.out.println age. Now this age, which holds the value of 25, will be printed. This is how you will get the output as 25 if you run this program. This roadmap was personally created by me, which contains the roadmap, level 0 foundations, level 1 logic building 50, and level 2 mini projects, DSA, and job ready interview preparation skills as well. Once you open this roadmap from the description, make sure that you go to this file, click on it, and click on make a copy so that you can create your own copy and track your daily progress. And here is my promise. Stick to this roadmap with discipline, and I will take you from zero to a solid Java plus DSA problem solver who can confidently tackle any interview in any company. And that's it for today's guys. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.